Today, I'm going to show you a couple of options to make your old, outdated outlets and switches look brand new without touching a single wire. Nope, this is not a wiring job. It's purely cosmetic, and all you're going to need is a couple of screwdrivers and possibly a voltage tester. Now, before we start, I do want to point something out. If you have outlets that are worn out, loose, damaged, or they're not gripping the plugs the way they should, this is not a solution. In that case, you're going to want to replace the device itself. And I'll link a couple of my videos down below that'll walk you through how to do that correctly and safely. But if your outlets and switches are working fine and you just don't like the way they look, maybe they're dirty, yellowed, painted, or an older color design that you don't like, there are some really simple options out there to make them look a whole lot better. Let's start out with this receptacle right here. It's in good shape, but it's the old, outdated ivory color. So let's see if we can make an improvement. This first option I'll show you comes in two parts, a device cover-up and a wall plate. They're both made by Commercial Electric. We'll need to remove the existing wall plate and the device screws to install it. Although we're not touching any of the wiring, we will be exposing the device screw terminals, so we'll cut the power for safety. Now we need to verify the power is actually off. We can use a multimeter, but in this case, I'll use an outlet tester. Okay, the power's off. Let's get started. By the way, the second method I'll show you is even easier. I'll let you be the judge of which one looks better. This first option connects to the receptacle using the device mounting screws, so we'll remove those next. This is the rectangular shaped Decora style cover-up, but it's designed to fit over a standard duplex receptacle. They offer the standard cover-ups as well if you prefer that style. Now we'll install the cover-up over the existing receptacle and reinstall the screws. Then we'll install our new cover plate. These plates have a little more clearance than a standard Decora plate to make up for the additional thickness of the cover-up. This type of plate has two screws rather than one. We'll position our screw slots vertically so we have a nice clean look. So that's it. I think it looks pretty good, but let's try it out. It fits tight against the existing receptacle, so there's no flex when we press against the face. It only adds about a 32nd of an inch of thickness, so the plug can still be inserted fully into the receptacle. It actually looks and functions a lot better than I thought it was going to. Let's try out another option and then we'll move on to light switches. Okay, we're back to the original receptacle. But this time we won't need to remove the device mounting screws. Everything is built into the cover plate. We'll simply line it up and tighten the plate screw. This one looks pretty decent as well, and it only takes a few seconds to install. Maybe not quite as realistic as the last one, but still a clean, upgraded look. It also fits up tight against the receptacle, so there's no flex. And it allows for the plug to be fully inserted, just like our last one. Which one do you think looks better? It doesn't stop at outlets though. You can do the same thing with light switches, and I have two options from two different brands to try out today. Here's another ivory colored device that could use some sprucing up. This time we'll start with the all-in-one solution from Titan Technology. This option will only work when there's just one switch in the box. To stay safe, we'll cut the power again. Another very simple solution. We'll remove the two cover plate screws and install the cover-up plate. It looks a bit different than the standard switch, but not bad at all. Everything feels really tight. There's no slack between the switch handle and the cover-up toggle. I'll restore the power and we'll try it out. As expected, it works perfectly. This cover-up will also work with 3-way and 4-way switches, but light switches are often grouped together in a box, and this option won't work there. Commercial Electric also makes a 2-part solution like the one we used earlier for the receptacles. We're installing this in our single gang switch box, but they would also fit side by side in a multi-gang switch box as well. The only issue is I wasn't able to find the slightly deeper multi-gang cover plates. A standard plate may not fit tight against the wall, so keep that in mind. The fit and finish is the same as our last option. Very nice, I think. These cover-ups can make your old devices look like new, but remember they're purely cosmetic. If you have an outlet that's loose or worn out, or your switch isn't working properly, the best option is going to be to replace it. And I'll link a couple videos right here that'll help you out with that. Everything I used today will be linked down in the video description. And if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, and I'd love to have you over here. I'm John from Backyard Maine. I'll see you on the next one.